They're finding success everywhere on the field. You have to wonder, do they take the big shot here, punch it in? Everything's going right. They have every reason to try and get a touchdown here. Double tight formation. Harden drops back. Looks like he's trying to do just that. Post route for Gabe Phillips. Touchdown of Valley Center. And double tight formation, one running back in the backfield. We saw Ben Warner all last week. Everything is saying run there. Then you send Gabe Phillips, your best receiver, on a post route there. Gets the touchdown, goes up big, and a perfect way to start it off for the Hornets. And that touchdown brought to you by Sod Shop. So Hunter Sharp on to kick the PAT. Hold is good, kick is through. Your Hornets take a 7-0 lead. And with a good defensive stop to start them off, they have all of the momentum here. And you have to wonder, this is a talented Roosters team. If they come out with a sense of looking for revenge, maybe something can happen. You don't let your head get too high on the defensive side if you're the Hornets, because this is a talented bunch from Pleasant Hill. And I was going to mention this before the game, but they are a team. Pleasant Hill is actually 30 miles south of Independence, Missouri, for reference. And they're Class 4 in Missouri football, or Missouri sports. So pretty much equivalent to this Hornets team in Kansas. So Hunter Sharp to kick off. And one thing I noticed in the few highlight reels I watched, Brock Kohler, very experienced quarterback, shows it in the pocket. You have to wonder, he's down here, does he keep that in mind and use his experience, his wisdom to try and get a drive down the field? We'll see. Short little kick there. Flag there. Might be an offsides. That is the call on the kickoff. What? So 7-0 now after the offsides on the kickoff. Sharp to kick again. This time it's high and to the left. And it'll be out of bounds. So starting from the 35-yard line is the Roosters offense. Failed on their drive last time, but we'll see what they can bring up this time. We said this Hornets team, a talented bunch, especially in the secondary. I like their potential. And they struggled last week against a really strong Goddard passing team, but now they have some warm-up. That was a warm-up game for this defensive back unit. So this will be an interesting matchup. Brock Kohler, as I mentioned, he is incredibly experienced in the pocket, and knows exactly what he's doing. Quick handoff to Silas Gray. Or excuse me, that was not Silas Gray. That was Dylan Kaufman. A gain of 4 on that play to the left or right side. Just a simple counter. And fooled this Hornets defense. Gain of 4 there. Twins to the right. Pass out to the right, quick screen play. And looks like it's about enough for a first down. That pass went to Mason Hicks. And it is enough for a Rooster first down. 7:51 shows on the clock. How are we doing, Dom? Okay. Out of the pistol. Twins to the right, one receiver to the left. Kohler drops back, looking for a left side screen. He's taken down and early. That is Jarrett Bergman. And Dylan Kaufman on the short little screen. Everything set up right on that play, but Jarrett Bergman read it like a book. Taken down in the backfield. So we'll be 2nd down and 10 now. This Hornets team is more electric than I have seen them this season. And it's certainly fun to watch. Out of the pistol, motion around his red wine. Hand off to Kaufman, nothing there. 4 Hornets there to bring him down. And nothing is stopping this Hornets defensive line. You can very well call them the Purple People Eaters because they are doing an amazing job up front, just eating up this offensive line. Out of the pistol once again. Twins to the right. Some shifting on the defensive front. One high safety is Sharp. Dropping back is Kohler, looking deep. He's pressured. Tate Shirley there to bring him down. And your Hornets defensively have found everything they've needed. It's now 4th down for the 2nd time. On comes this punt unit. So back deep to punt is Kohler. Sharp to return. 6:40 shows on the clock. Punt it on 4th down. 5:10 remain.
Say testing.
No, just
3:30 remains, and your Hornets having success on the defensive side. We saw a long run from Kohler. But now it's 3rd down and long after that holding. Out of the shotgun here. Looking left for the Twins. Nothing there. 2 high post routes and a go on the left side. Fell incomplete. Looked like maybe a miscommunication for DeMarco, but will ultimately be 4th down. And snap back there. High punt for Hunter Sharp. He'll take it off to the right. Has some space to work with on the sideline. And he's ultimately brought down by Ben Swafford of the Roosters. So on comes this Hornets offensive team. And they saw success in the first drive, but were shut down in the second. And now they have to drive the entire length of the field from the 20-yard line. They don't have much momentum to look towards, but as I've said multiple times, this game is a game that requires a lot of discipline, so you have to start your own momentum. You have to get a long drive down the field, and that's how you go up by 2 scores. I formation. Harden drops back looking for Stacy. Nothing there. Ball's incomplete. 2:59 remains in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. So Harden will take it out of the pistol, or excuse me, the I formation. A quick counter play to Dominic Phillips. Runs through a couple defenders. Gains about 9 on 2nd down. Phillips doing an incredible job there, breaking arm tackles. He hit that hole at about 100 miles an hour. But also good play fake there from Harden and Warner. That counter play, you got Warner going to the left, and then a quick jab step from Phillips, and then he's cutting back off to the right. That got him some momentum. Got him charging towards that offensive line. Ultimately ends up in a gain of 9, 3rd down and 1. One receiver to the right is Stacy. It is an encroachment on 3rd down and short. And that's what it is. So will be enough for a Hornet 1st down. And that Hornet 1st down brought to you by KHAOS Apparel. So 2:20 remains here. Quick handoff to the right. There goes Dominic Phillips. And he is just plowing his way through this defense. Change of pace back. Talk about that. Just having success on the offensive side. Quick power to the right. And he'll pick up a 1st down and more. And that 1st down brought to you by Johnson Gauge and Inspection. I formation. Tied into the left. Quick sweep play to Phillips. Has some momentum to work with. Cutting towards the edge. Nothing there. Gains about 3 or 4 on that play. The offense jogs back. We saw a very pass-heavy attack on that first drive that got them scoring, but they want to mix it up here. They're going to continue running that ball. Second down and 5. Harden under center in the I formation. Fake handoff, looking to the left. Miscommunication on the routes. Ball falls incomplete. It looked like Stacy was looking over his head. And then Phillips running his route. They almost ran into each other. So it will be 3rd down and 5. $1:15 remains in this first quarter. Harden under center. And it will be a timeout. Timeout Pleasant Hill. We'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
Oh, crap. You're fine. Okay. Try it.
Testing.
Nope.
And I apologize, some technical difficulties here. There's a go route to the right side for Hunter Stacy and enough for a Hornet first down. And that first down brought to you by Valley Offset Printing. So 1st down and 10 now in the red zone. Stacy and Phillips been the most successful receivers of the year, and yet again, they're both having big games. 1:04 remains. Quick counter play. Phillips has some room to work with and momentum. He's brought down by 4 Roosters, but not before picking up about 7 yards on that play. This will be 2nd down and 3. Harden getting the play call. And this Hornets team has been electric on the sideline. Trying to keep the hype up and replace this crowd that is none here in this Baker University Stadium. Quick sweep play to the right. Or play action, excuse me. There goes Gabe Phillips. Touchdown, Valley Center. His 2nd on the night. That was an in route that crossed the field there from Phillips. And the sweep play yet again had enough time to develop. We've already seen that play here tonight, and it works again for a Hornet touchdown. That touchdown brought to you by eCars. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter, and your Hornets take a 13-0 lead. You're sharp to kick, and it's through. So now 14-0, your Hornets lead going into the end of the first quarter. They've certainly had quite a successful quarter thus far, having some defensive momentum in the beginning, and it is clearly just carried through the course of this game and been the fire underneath this Hornets team. And the Roosters, on the other hand, they've seen a few successful plays here and there, but not what they were looking for. They do have a very talented team, just haven't seen much of it yet. Saw a long run there from Brock Kohler, and that was about the only significant positive gain we've seen so far in this game. Going into this drive, I expect Zach Redwine and Dylan DeMarco to be used quite a bit more in that passing game. We'll see how that goes. 15 seconds in this first quarter. Hunter Sharp to kick. And back deep to return is Redwine and Mason Hicks, along with Dylan DeMarco. And a short on the ground kick goes to Redwine. He'll take off with it. Trying to use his speed to burst right through that hole, but not quite there. He's brought down around the 32-yard line. "11 seconds remain here in this first quarter. We'll see this Roosters offense take the field one more time. Maybe a play or two remains in this quarter, but they need a regrouping drive here to get something on this board. They need it desperately so this game doesn't get out of hand quickly. Split twins, pistol formation, and off to Silas Gray. And he's brought down. I mentioned that Silas Gray, because of this pass-heavy offense, has not been much of a threat, but the Hornets have completely shut him down so far tonight. This running game in general. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 14-0 your score, your Hornets lead. We'll be back here, Hornet Studios, in just a minute. And we're back here. Silas Gray on the run to the left side, had some fire beneath his feet. Picks up enough to bring third down and medium. And this Roosters offense going into the second quarter, they need to reset. They need to go back to what makes them their offense, their correct identity. So expect to see them air it out a little bit more. Be interested to see if that happens. It's third down and 4. Trips to the right. Rolling out to the right is Kohler. Firing for Redwine, falls incomplete. They have just been attacking Redwine thus far, and he's just not converted there. It'll bring up fourth down. Out comes this punt team, and Brock Kohler will be back deep to punt. So 14-0. Your Hornets in the lead. Kohler with the kick. And it's tipped there by a Hornets player. And it will be brought down. Looked like it was touched by maybe Cade Wilson on the tip there. But it will be first down for your Valley Center Hornets. Start their drive from the 26-yard line. Out comes Harden and company. And Harden already has 2 touchdowns through the air, both to tight end Gabe Phillips. Expect to see a lot more of that action here tonight. I formation, twins to the right. Phillips in the backfield. That's Dominic Phillips. Out for Hunter Sharp. Quick out route. Excuse me, that was a hitch route from Sharp. gained 6 yards there. Tried to cut that sideline, but not enough. Under 11 minutes in this first half. Really, so far, this sideline has continued to emulate the crowd. It's been pretty much silent over here on Pleasant Hillside. And it looks like an encroachment on the defensive line for the Roosters. Excuse me. No, it is called encroachment. Some confusion there with the referees. And it will be a first down Valley Center after the penalty. 10:34 remains in this first half. Your Hornets lead 14-0. And still some confusion there. Turns out the call was false start, which is what was signaled by the white cap. So it will be 5 yards in the negative direction for the Hornets. And now it's all figured out. The Hornets at the 28-yard line with a second down. Waiting a play call from the sideline. It doesn't appear to be a play clock here. So now the Hornets out of the I formation. Tight ends either side. Clock is waved on. Receiver to the left. Harden drops back. Looking over the middle for Phillips. A passing interference, but the clock is stopped as it falls incomplete. Phillips yet again running across that field. And Harden taking his time, waiting for that route to develop. He understands that it's tough for any receiver, regardless of their height, even for 6'2" Gabe Phillips to make a catch like that with big linebackers in your face. Those linebackers are there to pick off the ball, so something to watch out for if you're Harden, but he's just letting that route run across the field, getting it to the edge where there are no defensive backs and firing it there. Unfortunately, has the offensive line help to do just that. I formation, fake sweep. Harden rolls out to the left, firing for Sharp. It's picked off. The throw quite a bit short there. Picked off by number 29, Clayton Kohler. And so will be first down for the Roosters. I think everything just changed because the second that ball went up, it seemed like the Hornets sideline just died down. We're starting to see some momentum here from the Roosters. Excited to see this drive. 10-16 in the first half remains. Kohler out of the shotgun. Twins to the left. A tight end and receiver to the right. Hornets playing cover 3. Looking to the right. Coverage for Wilson. DeMarco diving for the ball, but it falls incomplete. And a 6'2" DeMarco. And that was a solid route for him, but just not quite there. Especially with a cover 3, you see 6 to 8 yard leverage from this defense. So it's tough to run a go route against cover 3. Cade Wilson and Caleb Peach with signs. Looks like we'll see man this time. One nice safety here. A quick sweep play to the left. And Kaufman is brought down by Cameron Kaufman in the backfield, and you could hear that one from up here. On the run, there's Dylan Kaufman, and his opposer was Cameron Kaufman. Under 10 minutes here. Third down and long. And the Roosters still trying to stay patient going back to that run, but it's 3rd down and long. Expect to see them air it out here. Dropping back, looking to the right. Fires, nothing there. Kohler was hit, but pass falls incomplete. And he just tried to let that ball go as quickly as possible. The defensive line was definitely winning the battle up front, as they have been most of the night. So Kohler back to punt. Hunter Sharp back to receive at the 15. 9:26 remains in the first half. And the snap here. Defense almost there. One's getting away from that punt. They'll be down at the 24. So yet again, another offensive drive and a short defensive stop. That drive for the Roosters only lapsed under 3 minutes there. So Hornets certainly dominating time of possession. Not only have they scored, but when they have scored, they've eaten up the clock the whole time they were driving down that field. After that interception, and then nothing from the Roosters offense. You have to wonder what the Hornets will pull out of their bag of tricks here. But certainly anything seeming to work right now. Power I formation to the left. Receiver to either side. Hand off to Phillips. Has a wide open gap. And he is brought down. Cayman Stidham there to make the tackle, but had he not been there, I think Dominic Phillips might have been gone there. Had a hole you could have driven a truck through. 2nd down and 2. I formation here. Tied in to the left. One high safety. Hand off to Phillips, looking towards the right sideline. Has the 1st down and more. So the chains move. 1st down, Valley Center. That 1st down brought to you by KHAOS Apparel. And a few technical difficulties there, but Dominic Phillips yet again showing why he's been put on this field, plowing his way through that offensive line, and getting 2nd level, making a play there, getting to the secondary. And Dominic Phillips just tearing it up out here. 1st down Hornets. Harden under center. Receiver to either side. Fake handoff. Looking left for Ben Warner. Has some room to work with. And ran over a player. Gained about 4 on that play. 7:35 remains. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock ticking away. Out comes this Hornets offense again, and they're going to continue doing what they're doing until it stops working, but thus far it has been working to perfection. It was Ben Warner up the middle, nothing to be found. Yet again, even after some momentum stopping plays on that interception, you can very visibly hear the Hornets sideline on the other side of the field, and all I hear is crickets on this sideline for the Roosters. And that's what I said in the pregame. Both of these teams are going to have to be disciplined. They're going to have to create their own energy. It's an empty house here tonight, so you can never rely on your on your crowd, excuse me, but they have to create their own momentum, and it's been a struggle here for this Roosters team. And we'll see a timeout. Timeout Valley Center. So we'll be back here in just a minute. And we're back here. 6:22 remains in this half. Martin under center in the I formation. Hand off to Phillips. Has plenty of room to work with. Off to the left side, taking his second level. And he's going all the way. Touchdown, Valley Center. And that was a 50-yard touchdown run there by Dominic Phillips. That's going to make your score 20-0. Only the second rushing touchdown of the season for the Hornets. And they do it in good fashion. That touchdown brought to you by 1-800-JUNK-PRO. 6:12 remaining in this first half, and your Hornets are making this lead almost unmanageable for the Roosters. Some miscommunication on the PAT. Sharp set to kick. Good hold. Kick is up. It is through. 21-0 now your score. And your Hornets finding levels of success they have yet to find this season. So this has been a fun game to watch, that's for sure. And this Roosters team, you seem all but defeated. You have to at least wonder what will happen in the locker room. I have definitely heard some heroic speeches in the halftime locker room. And wonder if that will change anything for this Roosters team. Even then, they have to start something now. Your Hornets kicking team, kicking from the 40-yard line as usual. Back deep to return is Zach Redwine. And alongside him is Mason Hicks and Dylan DeMarco. Sharp set to kick. 6:12 remains in the second quarter. And the kick is short. Loose ball there. A flag on the play. That was an incredibly perfect kick there from Hunter Sharp. High and in the air. The Hornets team rushing it early. Waiting to call there. And the refs questioning the flag call. And it is a catch interference there. 15-yard penalty. So now they'll kick from the 25. Excuse me, the 35 this time. And that penalty is declined. So from the 39-yard line, the offense takes the field for the Roosters. Brock Kohler in the shotgun. Apologize for the technical difficulties. It was a sack from Cameron Boyer and then a punt from the Roosters. Dominic Phillips plowing his way through. After this, we expect to see some more of him, hear his name a lot more, because he has shown he can be a 3-down running back. 3:40 remains in this first half. 2nd down and 4. Twins to the left. Gabe Phillips alone to the right. And off to Phillips. Nothing there. Dominic Phillips stopped in the backfield. And it will be 3rd down and 5. 3 minutes remain here. Trenton Flores and Hunter Stacy check in for the Hornets. Starting to hear a little bit of noise here from the Roosters on 3rd down. Still 2:35 remains in this first half. Harden drops back. Looking for Phillips. Has some room to work with. Taking it on the right side. Gets to midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. He's brought down at the 47-yard line. And talk about run after catch. A guy being 6'2" and being able to run like that. So it will be 1st down and 10 for your Hornets team. And that 1st down brought to you by Nick's Barbershop. 2:26 shows on the clock. Harden under center. Warner the only one behind him. Double tights. He'll drop back. Forced to roll out. Looking to the left. Short throw over to Phillips. Falls incomplete. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And yet again trying that same concept that has led to all 3 of their big noticeable plays through the air. It's that play action. And you see Harden rolling out. And just a simple in route from Phillips, letting it develop across the field, trying to find him open past the length of the linebackers. And that time it falls incomplete. Defender read that. Tied into the right. I formation. Twins to the left. Harden with a handoff to Phillips. Has room to work with. Shimmies his way through the hole. A lot more room to work with. And breaking tackles. He'll be brought down at the 17-yard line out of bounds. And Dominic Phillips, talk about his performance. This has just been insane. Before this point, he had 3 carries on the season. And here he is absolutely tearing up this game right now. Already has a touchdown, and the way he's running right now could have a few more. Out of the I formation again. This Roosters team expecting a pass. One high safety sweep over to Phillips. Looking over to the left. Has some room to work with. Flag on the play. And looks like they got a 1st down, but we'll await the flag call. 2:06 shows on the clock. And it will be holding on the Hornets from the spot of the foul. Starting to hear some noise from the Roosters. Will be brought back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down and 19. So Harden in the I formation. Tight end to the right. Hand off to Phillips. He's pressured early, still slips his way through the gap. Gains about 4 on that play. After that penalty, second down and 16. And still one high safety there for the Roosters. It's Clayton Kohler. We'll see 2 high safeties here. I formation. Harden drops back. He's pressured early, takes off. Couple defenders on him on second down, forced to run out of bounds. Just trying to protect that field position and the ball more than anything. Does his job there. It'll bring up third down and long, though. Still in the red zone. You punch it in here for halftime. That is a statement play. You are not going to give any mercy to this Roosters team. Be interested to see what's called here. Roosters sideline chanting for their team. The Hornets team just consistently been loud. I don't think I've heard a time where it seems anywhere quiet in the stadium because of this Hornets team. Flag on the play. And it is a timeout, Valley Center. Some miscommunication on the play. So we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute. .104 remains, and we're back here at Hornet Studios. 21-0 your score, your Hornets lead. We're going to punch it in here on 3rd and 16. Receiver both sides. Tight end to the right as well. Play action sweep. Looking for Phillips. Now Peach, here's Stacy. Through his hands, falls incomplete. Roosters sideline found what they were looking for. They were starting to get pretty vocal there on that play. 57 seconds remaining in the first half. You have to wonder, are the Hornets gutsy enough to go for it? High risk, high reward type play here. I mean, even though it is 4th down, it's only at the 26. You're forcing the Roosters to drive the length of the field. Harden out of the I formation, takes the snap, dropping back. Firing over the middle, there's Gabe Phillips. Has the room. Touchdown, Valley Center. 27-0. And Gabe Phillips showing yet again he's the #1 player on this football team. And that touchdown brought to you by All Saints Home Care. Just incredible from Gabe Phillips. 3 touchdown receptions tonight, and then a rushing touchdown from his brother Dominic. And on comes Hunter Sharp to kick the PAT. Kick is off the right post, but the score remains 27-0. Absolute domination has been the words in the first half. And your Hornets have found everything they've needed to, especially defensive momentum. They have taken that first drive of defensive momentum, that first stop, and they have yet to look back. With the Hornets being 0-2, now they're starting to get some feelings of success, feelings of momentum, and I mean, that can not only affect this game in the second half, but I mean, the rest of the season overall. That'll be interesting to see how they finish off this game and whether or not it carries through the season. The kickoff team taking their time. Back deep to return is Redwine. As I mentioned earlier, had a punt return touchdown against St. Joe Benton 2 weeks ago. So it's always a threat in the return game. We're Sharp to kick off. And here's Sharp. And short kick there, lands about the 35. Fallen on by the Roosters, so with 49 seconds. Probably most likely going to try to attempt to drive the length of this field. The Hornets have seen struggles with that in the past couple games. And even though the score is 27-0 in favor of your Hornets, I think this could be a deciding drive. Get a touchdown in the locker room, and you're doing very well for the Roosters. And then the Hornets are able to get a stop, shut down this momentum. So a quick slant route over the middle there for Redwine. Falls incomplete. Second down and 10. And Kohler almost seems uncomfortable in that pocket. He's not typically. In the past couple games, he has been very comfortable whether or not he's being pressured. Very experienced, and it shows. But he definitely seems uncomfortable in this pocket. And we'll see a timeout. Timeout Roosters, so we'll be back here in just a minute. .46 seconds remain here. Your Hornets lead 27-0 in this first half. Kohler drops back, looking left. Pump fakes instead. He's rushed and brought down about 13 yards in the backfield. That was an amazing play there by Weston Jennings, chasing him down. Continual pursuit. That'll bring up second down and a mile. Excuse me, third down and 23. A loss of 13 on that play. And with the play clock at 15 right now, 5 seconds remain in the half. Looks like they'll just take it out for the half. So that is the end of the first half here at Baker University. 27-0 is your score. Your Hornets with a dominant lead going into the locker room at halftime. We'll be back here in Hornet Studios in about 15 minutes.
(2019) Hornet Marching Band with their production of High Score. High Score is arranged by Ted Riker, featuring Pinball Wizard by The Who, Baby, Hit Me One More Time by Britney Spears, and the original music by Ted Riker. Put the ball in motion, sit back, and relive the good old days as the 2019 Hornet Marching Band presents High Score. Your 2019 Hornet Marching Band is under the direction of drum majors Timothy McHatton, Brendan Vining, and Cody Sanford. Soloists include trombonist Chase Miller and Kristen Clements, mellophone Khalil Vincent, and Leanne May on trumpet. Drum majors, are the Hornets ready to take the field?
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Nothing?
Ladies and gentlemen, 19 Valuation Hornet Marching Band. The Hornet Marching Band would like to thank their current sponsors and supporters, USD 262, Valley Center Booster Club, Valley Center Band Aid, Alloy Architecture, Building Controls, and Service Incorporated, Unrod and Associates Construction Company, Integrated Consulting Engineering Incorporated, Big Show's Fireworks, LLC, the Donnelly family, and Sean and Piper Miller. We're looking forward to an exciting season, performing at home football games, performing in an exhibition at Friends University Homecoming, the Shawnee Mission North Marching Invitational in Kansas City on October the 12th, and the Kansas Bandmasters Associates statewide Marching Championship at Washburn University on October the 19th, and Neola Marching Festival in Independence on October the 26th. The Hornet Marching Band is thrilled to announce that they will be representing the state of Kansas in the 2020 National Memorial Day Parade in Washington, D.C. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please contact Lisa Isham, Band Aid Treasurer. are the Hornets ready to take the field?
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. A first half of some technical difficulties on our side, but we saw absolutely no technical difficulties from the Hornets football team. They played amazing in that first half. 27-0 is your score right now, and your Hornets lead, and they did everything right. They took up a lot of time on every one of their drives. They played well with momentum. And times when they didn't have momentum, they created it on their own. This is a now disciplined football team, and I love watching them. And they have some positives to look forward to going into the rest of the season. So this is definitely a talented bunch. We'll see how they play in the second half. And so far in the first half, Hardin had 3 passing touchdowns, all 3 of which to Gabe Phillips, the tight end. And then we saw a 50-yard rushing touchdown from Dominic Phillips. And truly, domination from the Phillips brothers. They were going off tonight. And it's definitely been a fun game to watch. The Hornets have been very disciplined passing-wise and doing a lot of things over and over. But, I mean, they have the right to do them over and over because they've continually been working. And so, interested to see if they'll go back to the same things that worked in the first half, or they'll continue, or they'll try and mix it up a little bit more in the second half. I mean, either way, there are a lot of options. They do have a solid margin of lead right here. So, I mean, you can experiment a little bit with on this first drive. By the way, they do get the ball. They did defer in the first half. Came out of the gate, made a stop, and that's what led to this Hornets lead. But it will be interesting to see as they get the ball first. And so far for this Roosters team from Pleasant Hill, they have not found what they wanted to. They wanted a spread offense. They were forced to run it a lot more than they needed to. And I think I saw 2 complete passes from Kohler, a guy who usually completes about 10.5. So not what he wanted to see. This is definitely a talented bunch, but they did not put the pieces together in the first. And they look much more ready to go than they did in the start of this game. So I'll be interested to see how it goes. Taking the field for this first time, Jacob Elliott to kick off, number 99. And for this return team for the Hornets, that is Hunter Sharp back deep to kick. Beside him is Cade Wilson and Caleb Peach. 12 minutes show on the clock. About to get this second half underway. Kick is up and back deep it goes to Sharp. He'll take it past the left hash. Cuts up early. He's brought down early. And looks like a total miscommunication. A lot of that front line thought he was already passed and following them, but he was brought down back at about the 18-yard line. Excuse me, 20-yard line. So we'll be first down and 10 here for the Hornets. So out comes Hardin in this offense, and we're starting to see a lot of star players emerge from this season. We saw 3 passing touchdowns last time from Hardin, and he already has 3.5. So it's just to see what they'll do. First play, sweep play action. Throw looking for Phillips, and I believe it falls incomplete. Pass intended for Phillips on the sideline there. And on the sideline, that was Zach Redwine making the stop. And Redwine was the guy I had said in the first half would be the focal point of the offense for Pleasant Hill, and he was certainly anything but that. But he's played pretty solid defensively, playing a high safety type role. Twins to the right, I formation, handoff to Dominic Phillips, who had a dominant first half. And everything seems to be going right for this Roosters team. It'll be 3rd down and 9. And you can't help but wonder what the Hornets are going to do out of the gate here in this second half to keep their momentum, because that's always a problem. Have a dominant first half, but momentum is reset in the second half. You go out there mentally, the score is 0-0, and that's clearly what this Roosters team thinks. And they're playing the underdog role, but they're ready to go. They don't mind the score on the scoreboard. And they're hyped up. Play action there. Hardin rolls out. He's pressured and brought down. In the backfield there, that was number 54, Cale back in. So just over a minute gone in this second half, and the Hornets not finding the same success they did in the first half. Cade Wilson to punt. Zach Redwine to return. He already has a return touchdown on the year and in good position to do another. We'll see what happens here. A spiraling punt. And it rolls out of bounds at the 35. So out comes this offense. And this offense led by Brock Kohler. And what I have written down on the scouting report, 6'1" senior. He is very accurate passing. He's patient and very experienced. He's calm in the pocket, but watch out for his legs. And I didn't see any of that in the first half, but he certainly has the potential to show that off in the second half. Some good defensive momentum carried over. And with that experience, I would not at all doubt to see him go off on this drive. Under center, Quick handoff there to Silas Gray. This defensive line is having none of it, pushing Gray back in the backfield. But because of forward progress, it'll be 2nd down and 10. And I'm surprised we didn't see a passing play out of the gate there. But just trying to work back into taking snaps, trying to air out this ball here most likely on this play. That's what they'll do, rolling out to the left. Firing, and it's not there. Pass intended for Zach Miller. It falls incomplete. Zach Miller playing tight end here, just trying to run a little crossing route, drag route. Trying to get Kohler's arm warmed up because he only had 2 complete passes in that first half, and it was a struggle for him. But trying to get the arm slowly warmed up so he can start firing those deep balls down the field like this team wants him to. .9:47 remains in this 3rd quarter. Quick sweep play to Silas Gray, cuts it up early. On 3rd down, he's brought down after a gain of 4. Well, and I said this in pregame, Silas Gray is a guy that doesn't have eye-popping numbers, but we saw the Hornets struggle with the run game last week against Goddard, so always a good idea to keep an eye on that running back. Out of the pistol, 4th down and 5, looking left. He's rushed early. Cameron Boyer trying to bring him down. Off to the races goes Kohler. Looks like he has the 1st down on 4th. 1st down, Roosters. Chains move. 9:09 shows on the clock. And Boyer seemed to have a hold of him. But yet again, Kohler has some unchecked mobility, and he showed it there. 1st down, Roosters, looking left, pressured, firing off for Redwine. And he's brought down by Sharp. Redwine helped up there. Looks like it was a hard hit. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Yeah, not sure what's happening here. Kohler checks off. So we might see a pistol, or excuse me, a wildcat formation. And some confusion on the offensive side. Cat formation for Redwine. Takes off to the right. Using his electric speed. Cuts up early. Has the 1st down and more. And Redwine at 5'5". He runs like Lamar Jackson in the pocket. He's just incredibly quick. He'll go right back to the wildcat formation. Early. Nothing there. 7:55 shows on the clock. Your Hornets still lead 27-0, but this Roosters team driving and driving good. 2nd down and 10. And off. There goes Silas Gray. The intent there was to make it look like Redwine was running, but that defense clearly had Gray covered all up. Kohler jogs back onto the field, along with 3 Roosters jogging off the field. So it looks like we'll see the wildcat formation no more. 7:15 shows in the 3rd. Split twins. Pistol formation here for Kohler. Be a timeout. Timeout Pleasant Hill. And so far they've put a masterful drive together. And it's been pretty solid, mostly passing and running. But just mixing it up. So we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute. On to kick the lefty field goal. Hold is good, it's blocked. And looks like the Roosters fall on it, but a good block there defensively by the Hornets. And so it will be in favor of the Hornets after that blocked kick. 7:01 remains in this third quarter. And we saw a solid drive there by the Roosters. Didn't end like they wanted it to, though. 27-0 your score. Out onto the field comes Caleb Harden and his offense. This time a double fullback I formation. 8 players in the box. Hand off to Dominic Phillips. Tries to cut it outside. And nothing to be found. It closed early. Under 7 minutes brings up second down and 11. So Harden heading back to the huddle. You have to wonder, run game didn't seem to work last drive, but the passing game did in the first half. Be interested to see if they go back to that. But that is one thing I mentioned in the past couple of weeks. The Hornets have been so patient with the run game, wanting it to work out. It's ended up working out at some point. There goes Dominic Phillips, and he is brought down. And a flock of Roosters there to stop him. 6:10 shows in the third down and 10. Tate Shirley and Trenton Flores jog off the field, replaced by Cade Wilson and Hunter Sharp. So on third down and 9, we might see the ball go through the air. Harden with some miscommunication. And both of these sidelines have been surprisingly loud, trying to fill out the emptiness of this stadium. I formation. Tied into the left. Play action. Looking to the right for Phillips. It's intercepted maybe. Awaiting a call. The pass looked jumped, intended for Phillips. And it fell incomplete, I believe is the call. Oh no, it is intercepted there. So it will be first down and 10 now for the Roosters. They struggled, or they succeeded on their last offensive drive, but didn't end like they wanted to. A solid chance to punch it in here. Out of the pistols, Kohler. Twins to the right, one receiver to the left. Play action, rolls out to the right. Firing towards the corner. Bergman fighting for it, it falls incomplete. A flag on the play. Maybe a late hit in the backfield. Waiting a call. The call was after the play. So we'll be on the Roosters. 15-yard walk-off. So it'll bring up first down and 25 now. What feels like a mile. But if we see this passing game turn on for the Roosters, that is barely even a yard for them. They move this ball extremely quickly. So we'll see what they pull here. Their passing game definitely showed. They had a 42-6 win over St. Joe Benton in week 2 of the season. So we know they can turn it on. Just waiting when. Out of the pistol. Twins to the right. Confusion between the referees. And we'll be second down and 15 now. Or 25, excuse me. Motion around for Redwine. Watch him on the run. And intended short route for Redwine. Covered up. And even if it had been complete, Sharp would have been there to bring him down. So Kohler doesn't seem to be feeling himself in that pocket here tonight. Getting a call from the sideline. 3rd down and 25. Rolling out to the right is Kohler. He's pressured early. Quick screen throw to Silas Gray. It's caught, but for a loss of yards that time. And it's 4th down now. We'll see the punt team come out. Punter is Kohler. And then back deep to return is Hunter Sharp. Still 27-0 in favor of your Hornets. Punt is away, almost blocked there by Wilson again. And Sharp will let it roll out of bounds. And a perfectly placed kick there by Kohler. So out of their own end zone, out comes Caleb Harden and the offense. 5:06 in this 3rd. And neither team has been able to find what they wanted to offensively in this 2nd half. Fortunately enough for this Valley Center team, they already were up. So if there is a standstill in this game, they will default win because of that 1st half. So out of their own end zone, you have to expect a run here. The pass call is gutsy. It's a high risk, high reward. We'll see what happens here. Handoff to Dominic Phillips. He's pressured early. Seemed like the Roosters knew what was coming there. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Harden back in the huddle. And both these teams still staying vocal on the sideline. I formation here. Quick handoff to Ben Warner. We haven't seen him tonight. Quick gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short, about 3 yards. We have not seen a Hornet 1st down this half. But it is 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and 4, excuse me. Would not be surprised to see another Ben Warner run. The way he runs under his pads, doesn't matter what you put in front of him. Play action there for Gabe Phillips. The strong-handed tight end comes up with it. And it will be a 1st down. That 1st down brought to you by Don Hatton Chevrolet. So the Hornets keep moving the chains. Getting out of their own end zone there. 3:35 in this 3rd. And right now, if you're the Hornets, eat up the clock. Drive down, get some points, some more points on the board. You are in perfect working condition to seal off this game. Out of the I formation, handoff to Phillips. Trying to drive it up the middle, nothing to be found. Dominic Phillips, he's been shut down in the 2nd half, but his absolutely electric 1st half has sparked this team to be in the position they're at. I would not doubt to see him starting next week. And I mentioned this earlier, he only had 3 carries before his game this night, or tonight. And thus far, he's been absolutely amazing. Playing like an experienced running back. I formation, tight end to the right. There goes Phillips. Yet again shut down. Some pushy calls after the play. Flags fly. A little scuffle between a couple Roosters and Hornets. Some refs discussing it. It looked like a punch was thrown as well. Well, and before the game we interviewed Coach The Cure. He said he's just glad to be here. He wants the kids to have fun, but it will be on the Roosters 15-yard walk-off and a Hornet first down. 2:34 in the third. Your Hornets working their way up slowly but surely to the 36-yard line. They haven't crossed midfield, but they have certainly eaten up a lot of time. This drive started at 5 minutes, and we're at 2:20 now. I formation. Receiver both sides. Harden drops back. He's pressured early and brought down. Brought down by a flock of Roosters. And in on the sack there, that was Jonathan Cox. 2 minutes remain here in the third. Your Hornets still lead 27-0. Still some confusion between the sidelines. Hornets trot to the line. 10 seconds remain on the play clock. I formation, tight end to the left this time. Play action looking for Gabe Phillips on the slant route, has it. Room to run, runs over a couple defenders, and he gets down at the 35-yard line, but this time in offensive territory. 1:28 in this third, and your Hornets are driving. That first down brought to you by Alloy Architecture. So your Hornets pick up another first down. Chains are moving, time is ticking, and they are in a perfect situation. Yet another I formation. The Hornets are not going to get gutsy with it. They are going to do what they know works. And off to Phillips. He's pressured early, bounces it outside after breaking a tackle. Has room to work with. Rushing on the sideline, picks up 15, and another Hornet first down. That first down brought to you by Valley Center United Methodist Church. And the chains move under a minute. Time stops at 58 after Phillips was pushed out of bounds. And we will see a timeout. Timeout Pleasant Hill. So we will be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute. And we're back here. 58 seconds remain in this third. Your Hornets looking to punch it in for the 5th time. First down, it goes nowhere. Rather in the backfield, sweep play over to Dominic Phillips and nothing to be found. Play action worked last time. You're looking to punch it in. That is the way to go as a play action. And it has been perfect here for the Hornets. Having a breakout night from Dominic Phillips. Not only that, but that extends the pass game. That opens up your receivers a lot more, gets those linebackers forward, and those safeties creeping forward. That's exactly what you want to see. Right now's the time to take a shot. Second down and 14, I formation. Twins to the right. Fake sweep. Harden is pressured early. Looking over to his right for Gabe Phillips. And it's caught. Has possession on the ball, and it's enough for a Hornet first down. That first down brought to you by Hellas. 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and that was perfect. Harden had plenty of time to get that in between that safety and the corner trailing behind. And he was hit after the catch, but still managed the big body tight end to bring it down. So that will be the end of the third quarter. 27-0 remains your score. Your Hornets lead by a large margin. We'll see what they can put together in the fourth quarter. I'm Caleb Rose, and I'll be back in just a minute. And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 12 minutes remain in this contest, and 27-0 remains your score. Your Hornets were just about to punch it in, possibly, in the red zone. 2 yards shy of making this, getting this game into the 30s. Double fullback I formation. 8 in the box. Dominic Phillips pressured early. And as electric as Phillips has been, I think this is a time to put Cameron Kaufman in. He certainly seems like he has the muscle to punch it in. 2nd down and 4 after a loss of 2. 4 yards from the goal line. Double fullback I once again. Double tights as well. Sweet play to Phillips. And he'll punch it in. Touchdown, Valley Center. That touchdown brought to you by Sod Shop. And your Hornets will extend it to 33-0. Jogging onto the field is the extra point team. Looking to make it 34, but this has been an absolutely wonderful night for every part of this Hornets team. Every part has found success. And Sharp knocks it through the uprights. He's 4 for 5 on PATs. So that makes our score 34-0. And your Hornets finding success. It's just been wonderful to watch, but I'm most interested to see how, I mean, obviously they've had a wonderful game, but if they can carry that momentum into the weeks to come, I think it'll be very interesting to see how that will carry, because this Hornets team in years past has not carried momentum well, but if they can do that this year, they can start finding some success, get some groove going, get some consistency, and that's how you get yourself a winning record. Looking for the first winning record they've had since 2016. 11-22 in the 4th after a quick punch in from Dominic Phillips. And after that touchdown, this Pleasant Hill sideline absolutely stagnant. Hunter Sharp to kick off. And this is his 6th kickoff tonight. He's booted 5 PATs. That leg has to be hurting quite a bit. A little bit higher than usual. It's returned by DeMarco. Looking up the middle. Nothing there. And he's brought down at the 25-yard line. So 11:18 remains. And out comes this Roosters team to try to put on a drive. We're starting to see some backups put in here tonight. We still have a few starters on the field, but players like Nolan Bevan getting some of his first action of the season. Braden Boyd playing corner as well. Gavin McGee at defensive tackle, along with Kyler Palmer at defensive end. Starting offense still out there for the Roosters. Off to the races goes Dylan Kaufman. And he's brought down, up for a gain of 6. So 11 minutes show on the clock here. Quick handoff there, slant route, it's caught. Pass goes to Clayton Kohler. He had an interception defensively earlier. Quick slant route for a first down. .45. And some of these younger players getting a taste of a varsity field. Jack McDonald playing middle linebacker now, along with Cameron Boyer. Pistol formation, quick motion from the tight end. Play action, off to DeMarco on the screen. Plowing through some defenders left side. He's ripped down by Sharp, but was told he stepped out of bounds at the 49. So first down and 10 here for the Roosters, and they are driving. Hornets not worried about keeping the shutout. Trying to get some good experience for some of these players. Play action. Kohler looking right. Go route. That was intended for Mason Hicks. The play action drew Nolan Bevan and Sharp in. Got him open. Pass was just off the mark, though. Good defensive pressure by the defensive line. Second down and 10. 10:16 after shows on the clock after the incomplete pass. A quick motion, and off. Goes to Kaufman, has room to work with. Gets a first down, a little bit more. The chains keep moving. Ten minutes show on the clock now. And the Roosters taking their time now. Slot back here. Pistol formation. Quick handoff to Kaufman. He's brought down from behind by Cameron Boyer. And I know it's late in the game, but Cameron Boyer continues to amaze me. He's coming into this program as a young player and continue to make plays and proving why he deserves to be on that field. It's just been amazing to see. He has 2 tackles for loss on the season. I believe roughly 30 tackles. Quick play action, rolls out to the left. Off the mark there. Falls incomplete. Intended for Jay Schuler. 9:02 shows here. And Kohler looking for something different, wants to switch it up. And some of these younger players getting a grip on the newer play calls. Play action, looked like a read option, and brought down to the backfield was Kohler. And he's brought down by Cameron Boyer and Ethan Vanderweedy. So we'll be 4th down. Looks like we'll see the punt team jog onto the field. Or no, looks like they'll stay on the field, rather. And I hear on the other side, one of the coaches yelling wheel route. That is one of the threats of these slot backs. Something to watch out for defensively. Looking left, slant route knocked away. Hunter Sharp read it from a mile away. Turnover on down, so out comes your offense. With 8:13, I think this drive could maybe eat up at least 5 minutes. They've shown they can do that time and time again. But a good stop there defensively. The younger players starting to show their talents. And once you get them comfortable on that varsity field, then that's where you really start developing some depth. So interesting to see here. Out onto the field is Hank Wellew, lefty freshman quarterback. And I've been interested to see him play. Quick handoff to Nolan Bevan. And he's pushed around, gains about 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd down, 8 minutes and ticking. 2nd down and 7 now. Excuse me, 6. Well, you had a lot of success on the offensive side in middle school. And he was highly praised coming into this high school program. Not surprised to see him out here on this field tonight. Left tight I formation. Quick handoff to Nolan Bevan. Shimming his way through. It's about a yard short of the marker. It's about 5 on that play. And this younger offense is still managing to drive against a varsity defense from the Roosters. 34-0 remains your score. And if the Hornets managed to get a 1st down here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Wellew drop back for a pass. I formation here, tight into the left. Quick handoff to Warner. And he's brought down on the backfield. 4th down and 2. And punt team will jog onto the field. Not enough for a 1st down. 6:20 in the 4th. And now we'll see Hunter Sharp back deep to punt rather than the usual Cade Wilson. .605 remains. High snap there. Booted away by Sharp. Good return coverage. And it'll bounce to the 20-yard line. So 5:49 remains in this contest. Out come the Roosters offense. Kohler and company heads back out on the field. And they're not giving any mercy. They're still trying to score as much as they can. Trying to prevent this shutout. The Hornets don't seem bothered by it. Continue to keep their backups on the field. Trenton Flores checks in. Not a typical defensive player. Along with some other players. We saw Gavin McGee on the last drive. And Adam Bolin playing defensive end. And then this secondary is mostly experienced players. Quick handoff, and front 7 does not seem bothered by it. Checking in here, Sam Bass at safety. And then Ashton Malello at cornerback. 5:30 remains in the fourth. Pistol formation. Play action. Looking for the go route on the right side. And it falls incomplete. That was a remarkably ran go route, just not there, intended for Mason Hicks. Slightly overthrown, and the diving grab was not quite enough. .519 remains. And I think that play action was, or that open go route was largely due to the play action on the last play. Rolling out to the right. Kohler pressured. And it's caught. Cannot see the number. Excuse me, it's caught by Jay Schuler, who's playing slot back. Not quite enough for a first down. 3rd down and 1. And I like the potential of this younger Hornets team. Quick handoff to Kaufman. It's there for the first down. And with some development on the JV level, they could certainly bring a solid defense to the field in years to come. And off there to Kaufman again, Dylan Kaufman. I forgot to mention inner-middle linebackers Corey Rogers as well. And then Jack McDonald off the field. And in his place is Lucas Welch. Out of the pistol. Play action, rolling out to the left. Kohler will take it himself. Has room for the first down, breaks another tackle. And gains about 20 on that play. Excuse me, 10 on that play. So now for a Rooster first down. Chains keep moving. Ball placed at the 48-yard line. Out of the pistol here. Slot back to the right. Kohler drops back. And he rolls out. He's pressured, firing for DeMarco. Good throw, good catch, and he's brought down. Sam Bass in coverage. Just an incredibly nice throw there by Brock Kohler. DeMarco running across the field in a broken down play. So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Roosters. Under 4 minutes remain in this contest. And off to the right side, Dylan Kaufman is brought down by Sam Bass. Flag on the play. Waiting a call from a ref. 3:46 remains. And here's the Whitecap. Block in the back is the call. And that is quite a common call on a sweep play. Just trying to get outside, get that outside leverage. You get a player turned around, it's no easy feat to avoid a block in the back. 3:45 remains. First down and 16. Out of the pistol, looking right. Falls incomplete. Pass intended for Clayton Kohler. 3:31 in this contest. Out of the pistol. Kohler with a handoff. And Kaufman running his way through. That was Dylan Kaufman. And they keep plowing away at these yards. 3rd down and 9 now, getting back to where they started. Looking to punch it in, cut this deficit. Rolling out to the left, looking for DeMarco. Passes off the mark into the ground. So it'll be 4th down and 9. You have to wonder, after a blocked field goal last time, do they take the field goal or do you try to tempt it on 4th down? And it is 4th down. Offense elects to stay on the field. And it will be a timeout. Timeout Roosters. 3 minutes remain in this 4th quarter, and I'll be back in just a minute. And we're back here at Hornet Studios. Kohler out of the shotgun on 4th down. Tried to regroup on a timeout. Rolling out to the left. Corner throw. DeMarco bobbles it. It falls incomplete. So another turnover on downs forced by this JV defense. And I am just in love with the potential that they have on this field. 1st down and 10 now for your Hornets offense. And now the goal is to eat up the clock. 34-0 still your score. Your Hornets lead. And onto the field comes his JV offense, I believe. It's led by Hank Wellew. Nolan Bevan at running back. This is a lot of the players we might see next year. Fumble on the play. I think a fumbled snap there. And receivers that we'll see next year, Adrian Smith, along with Max Preheim. Aiden Kowalski, a fullback. 225 remains. We have Tate Tyler at tight end, excuse me. Play action. Wellew rolls out. Lefty throw to Kowalski off the mark. A good throw. Kowalski just bobbled up with it. Awkward angle to catch from. 210. A flag on the play. Flag sits at the 20-yard line. Some confusion between referees. And it is declined by the Roosters. And it is an illegal man downfield. Something to be expected with newer players. Not a big deal, as it is 3rd down and 11 now. And considering there are no COVID cases between the two teams, this Hornets team will move on and face Salina Central, which we will be there to broadcast. Quick sweep play to Nolan Bevan, cuts it up early. And he's brought down, gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. Under 2 minutes remain in this contest, and it certainly felt like a long one. But your Hornets looking to come out victorious. Out comes Tate Shirley, Ben Warner. Punt team. Hunter Sharp back deep to punt. And they're going to milk every second out of that play clock they can. Good punt by Sharp. Fair caught. And Redwine and his offense comes back out onto the field. 1:19 shows on the clock. So we'll be first down for the Pleasant Hill Roosters. And they remain scoreless on this board. JV defense back out on the field. And thus far, they've been quite successful. And then Lucas Welch and Michael Cottle playing middle linebacker. Angel Simmons checks in a defensive end. And off over the middle, Dylan Kaufman. And he's brought down after a gain of 13. Clock stops for chains to move, but first down for the Roosters. And off to Kaufman once again. Has some room to work with, heading towards the end zone. He's tripped up there. Clutch tackle by Nolan Bevan. First down for the Roosters, but just stopped short of a touchdown. One minute remains in this contest. Quick throw over to the right side. Lunging for the end zone, Dylan DeMarco not there. Clock continues running. We have 40 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll hustle to the line looking to stop the shutout. Dylan Kaufman in for the touchdown. Touchdown Pleasant Hill Roosters. With 28 seconds, they'll punch it back in. Now comes the PAT crew. Kicking it is lefty Easton Rowe. Rowe to kick here. Fumbled snap. Looking to go for the 2 and brought down in the backfield. Braden Boyd on the play. And so it will remain 34-6. And your Hornets have seemingly found success everywhere on this field. Anything they do, success comes their way. It's definitely been a fun one to watch. I know the players have had a lot of fun out there. And that's what football is all about. They've been struggling to find that in the past couple games, but clearly here they've clearly done a good job of just having fun playing football. And I mean, it's much easier to succeed when you're just out there playing the game and having fun, and it clearly shows. And kicking off here is Jacob Elliott. excuse me, that is Easton Rowe. .28 seconds here. And if the Hornets are able to get this kickoff, they'll likely just take a knee. Sharp with the return, looking to the right, nothing there. So 23 seconds. And out comes the JV offense once again. And it's been quite a game here today. And I hope that it will continue to carry on throughout the season. Only time will tell. And we'll have to see. You'll have to see by tuning into the live stream next week against Salina Central. Victory formation for freshman quarterback Hank Wellew. And that's going to wrap up this game here tonight. The Hornets with an incredible first half, excuse me. And that led them to the victory here. 34-6 is your final. A solid victory by your Hornets in their first on the season. Clock hits triple zeros. That's going to be all from Hornet Studios. I'm Caleb Rose, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night.